What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Stank815, and I'm back with another video. Y'all new to this channel, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share, comment, get notified when I drop this video. Today is a reaction video about Meek Mill with the same dude that they claiming Lil Baby to be gay with. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what to say, man. Let's get into this video. Let's see what they talking about. That's all I can say. Let's see. Right.
I just I asked him what he self-made. He was telling me that he self-made. He came up flipping his bar mitzvah money, and I was like, at what point you got from 2, 3 million, 4, 5 million to 500 million? Like, what was the transaction? What type of move you made? So we started talking. He was like, I like the questions you asked, man. I asked Jay-Z stuff like that too. But too much money you seen in cash.
Okay.
What's the craziest thing you ever seen? I just do that because it was 72 bricks and get it all back. Yeah, that's the type of stuff I be on. So I'd be like, if I hear it from somebody I know and I know it's the truth, I believe that I can achieve it with that.
Now, let me tell you guys
Let's
something,
see.
because if you attack a person a part of the LGBT, they're gonna try to say it's a hate crime.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You can't say nothing no more.
Grab Meek Mill's in the area that no man should grab Meek Mill's, and he tried to do it smooth, but he backed it up on him like Juvenile in the 90s.
He said he backed it up on him like Juvenile in the 90s.
Because that's assault. Meek Mills was actually assaulted. And it wasn't like a Malika Andrews in jail and robes of fake assault. Get your hand on my armpits. No. This man literally grabbed Meek Mills in the area where he should have never grabbed him. And at the end of the day, Meek Mills did not swing a punch. Meek Mills did not call his goons. Meek Mills did not file any reports or any lawsuits. So at the end of the day, this is what happens when you try to make the transition from the streets to the industry. They give you a little bit of the lifestyle, they give you a taste, and then what happens is they humiliate you. At the end of the day, I told you, a lot of these billionaires, they don't believe in gender. A lot of these guys, I call them the weak elites. At the end of the day, they believe in the ideology of one. This is why you have the interracial porn, because it's the guys behind the scenes who like to see black men. This is why you have these billionaires handpicking, ooh, we want a guy that look like Meek Mills so they could grab up on him. This dude literally grabbed Meek Mills, and Meek Mills didn't say stop. We saw this with Kai Cenat when he was doing his live stream and he got humped by another man, and the man just happened to be white. You guys have to understand, that billionaire would not do that to another Jewish billionaire. But guess what? That billionaire, in capitalism, this is very important to understand. People with more money feel that they could just violate you. Meek Mills was violated by a billionaire.
I don't know. Is that true, y'all?
Thinking, what about the bunny hop? Listen, we got the bunny hop coming next, and we also got Drake painting his nails coming next. Back to back. Yes, I'm gonna keep this
back to back.
But with that being said, you guys have to understand.
Oh my God.
If you don't work, you don't eat. It's just that simple.
That's true.
Meek Mills, he thought
you don't work, you don't eat. That's true.
Billionaires Club. Listen, the Billionaires Club, they don't want you. And to every young black man, you see guys like me hanging out with these billionaires. Look how they are humiliating him. Look how they are degrading him. Listen, as a man, it's all about respect.
True.
You should never want to be.
Feet and tennis. You ready to ask me? Keep going. Count out loud. This is the wrong time. Count out loud. 30. Kick. 6 and 7 and 9. 4, 3, 1, 2. Keep up. Keep going. 1, 2.
Hey man, this is some weird stuff, y'all. I don't care what nobody says. This is weird.
50 more to go. Ask Feet and tennis. You ready to ask me? Keep going. Count out loud. This is the wrong time. Count out loud. 30.
Hey, he might got a point right here, y'all. It's weird. He used to wear nail polish.
So he really wanted to do it. That slowed my career down a lot. Damn. I had to step out of the rock side image, but it's like I done explained every single thing to him. He understands. But what about
That's crazy.
Stop doing it. Then if you want to be me, don't stop doing it.
Listen, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth.
That was
Before
weird.
we get into Young Thug talking about why he's not paying his nails, and before we get into
Young
Drake,
Thug.
you gotta understand Drake has his son. So when you see Drake wearing a state property outfit, everything is all relevant. First of all, State Property was a group, speaking of Philadelphia, came out of Philadelphia. When you see Jay-Z, when you saw Freeway, when you saw Chris and Neef, when you saw Oskino and Sparks, when you saw Beanie Siegel, these were Luciferians, all of them. When you saw Penny Crack, a lot of
He
these
got me.
guys, the whole
He got me like, I don't know, y'all. It's weird.
to introduce young black men into the
It's
prison
weird.
industry. Not the prison system, because
I don't care what none of y'all say either. He's starting to make sense.
State property. When you go to jail and you throw in
He's
that
starting to make
orange outfit,
sense.
you become state property. But I want you guys to understand the agenda, because when you go to prison and you in jail with a guy, and this is why I go so hard for the youth. I don't have kids, but at the end of the day, when young men go to prison, when young men walk around here with guns, and you go to prison and you are in a cell with a man that is doing 70 to 60 years, at the end of the day, that man is going to look at you like lunch, and you have no guns. You have to
Nah.
to your hands. You're an 18-year-old kid.
That ain't true.
31.
I disagree with you on that, homie.
What happens is
I disagree with you on that.
and the LGBT industry, or whatever you want to call it, it goes hand in hand. That's why you see Drake with yellow painted nails and a state property shirt on. Listen, his handlers told him to do that. These rappers are not free. All they can do is sell you the lifestyle from the mansion to the club, from the stage. That's not a real life. You try to go from your bedroom to the club to the stage, and let me know how that's going to
Man,
work out.
you ain't lying.
guys have to understand.
Wow.
Before we get into Drake, before we get into the painting nails, let's reverse back to
He
Meek
making
Mills.
plenty of
Let's
sense,
rewind
y'all.
back to Meek Mills. That billionaire told him, count it out loud. Count it out
Yeah, he
loud."
did. He
Listen,
made him seem like he was straight.
Somebody in the streets like AR Ab, he's gonna have to smoke for AR Ab. He's gonna have to smoke for black people. He's
Yeah,
gonna
that
have to dream
that
for
was
black
humiliating.
people.
I don't care what
When he
nobody
goes
said.
around,
Yeah, that was weird, Meek Mill.
When he goes around the billionaires, this man is bunny hopping, and a billionaire is telling him, count it out loud. Count
Yeah,
it
for
out
real.
loud. Let me tell you guys something. I got no respect for that billionaire that did that to Meek Mills. And you know why? Because they used Meek Mills when he got out of prison. And at the end of the day, they're using him to push the prison reform agenda. But let me tell you guys something. That billionaire that told Meek Mills count it out loud, he wouldn't talk to another Jew like that. So if he won't talk to another Jew like that, why the hell would he talk to us
But
like that?
that's Meek Mill. That's on Meek Mill too, as a man.
People wanna tell me it's nothing more than a creative
That's on Meek
concept.
Mill as a man, y'all.
I had to delete somebody. They told me, stay on your square. First of all, I'm not a Mason. Second of all, I've been in 20 countries. At the end of the day, from Barcelona to Bulgaria, I do not stay in the square. I'm never local. Let it breathe. Now, with that being said, look at Lil Yachty here and Playboy Cardi. And we're going to talk about the prison industry agenda.
Lil Yachty
We're gonna
look.
talk about the homo or the LGBT, whatever you want to call it, agenda. Listen, they want to emasculate black men. At the end of the day, they want us looking flamboyant. So when people talk about race, I don't want to hear it. I'm standing up for young men who look like me in America. I'm standing up for young men who are losing hope to think I can never get money. You can get money if you take your time. You can get money if you have patience. You can drop that Benz if you have patience.
That's true, y'all.
What the
I'm
industry
rocking with
do
this
is
dude right here,
they
y'all.
make these guys as rock stars. And what happens is, Kid Rock, a long time ago, he said it best. He said, if anybody says it's all about the music, they're a lie. He said, in this lifestyle of being a rock star, it's all about the females. So what they do is they make these women gravitate towards people like Drake, people like Meek Mills, people like Lil Yachty, people like Playboy Cardi. So what happens is the industry, yes, the Jewish guys behind the scenes, the Palestinian guys like Ghazi, they turn these guys into sex symbols. And what happens is they sell you porn from young. So you're already a porn addict. This is how they game. Everything runs full surface. So what happens is, now look at Drake smiling from ear to ear. You probably can't see due to iMovie with his crop, but he has a state property shirt on.
Yeah, I see
And I
that.
told you about Beanie Siegel, Penny Crack, Let It Breathe. So now
I
he's
see
showing
that.
you how it's all connected. The prison industry and men sleeping with men. That's what happens when you go to jail. It's It's crazy how rappers make a million songs, but they don't make a song about men getting violated in prison. But to me, I always tell young men, keep the end in sight, meaning you gotta think everything through. If you want to be a gangster, at the end of the day, that comes with man-on-man relations. Yes.
What?
If you want to be a Crip, if you want to be a Blood, if you want to be Grape Street, whatever you banging, when the RICO comes, Casanova's going to be in jail for 15 years. Somebody is going to try Casanova. His money is going to run out. He's not going to have enough money to pay for protection. At the end of the day, Casanova is probably going to be with a man at some point in his term. And nobody is talking about men messing with other men
Oh my
in
God.
prison. At the end of the day, we cannot have our soldiers going to prison and being taken advantage of by guys doing 60 years, 70 years, and life sentences that will never see the day of light again. And at the end of the day, before they went in, they were already sex addicts. That's why they joined the streets. You can't join the streets unless you want fast pussy, let it breathe. So with that being said, now they're already sex addicts and they're in jail, boxed in with nothing but men. This is what the state property lifestyle is all about. So when you see Drake handle it, say, hey, wear this shirt and paint your nails yellow, you gotta understand these rappers and entertainers are controlled. They are not free. And if they see, Drake just built the mansion in Toronto. And he also has a mansion in LA. So at the end of the day, you guys have to understand if they want to continue this lifestyle, and Drake, he's a father now, he wants to continue the lifestyle. So now it's time for him to push his agenda. Now you gotta understand, Savage 21, all these guys go both ways. You cannot be in the industry, be straight. This is why it's
Savage
so important
21?
for people to stop looking at these celebrities like they're really connected in the streets. See, Drake is from Toronto. Drake grew up in the suburbs. And just like the baby, just like Drake, you gotta understand a lot of these guys, in order to make it in the hip hop industry, they have to have street affiliations. Now, after Drake then used America, and we can't blame nobody but Houston. Yes, Houston. People have to understand, Jay Prince is the only person that, Jay Prince Jr. was the only person that vouched for Drake. Nobody else in America vouched for Drake. So when you see Drake painting his nails, we have to give credit to the Prince family. They vouched for Drake to even be in this industry. You guys have to understand. Lil Wayne at first, he didn't want to sign Drake, but Jay Prince Jr., listen, Drake kept going down to Houston, and that's how he got his start in Houston.
I'm gonna look into that, y'all.
So you guys have to understand, Drake from Toronto came to the U.S. and he needed street credibility. And guess what? You could tell Jay Prince Jr. is not really a street guy, because if you're really a street guy, at the end of the day, how can you let some young kid from Toronto come into America and act like he's street when you know he's not street? Listen, in the industry, they pick and choose who they let come around the streets. At the end of the day, if Drake is not from the streets, my question is, what is he doing in the streets with Jay Prince Jr. and the Prince family? Exactly. Now he's a part of monetized. That's why when NBA Youngboy tried to beef with Drake, Jay Prince pulled up to NBA Youngboy house, and I told you guys, everybody think NBA Youngboy is gangster. Listen, NBA Youngboy is on hush when it comes to the Prince family. He is on hush. At the end of the day, you could kick that to people in Baton Rouge who have tough financial times. But listen, the Prince family, Jay Prince showed up to NBA Youngboy house while he's on house arrest with an ankle monitor. He can't run. He knows where he lives. And he told him, hey, that line you said about Drake, calm that down. You guys have to understand, it's a reason Drake has a pass to do what he does in America. He is under the Prince family. Let it breathe. Now, with that being said, this man is painting his nails pink.
Yeah, that's weird about that's weird.
I mean, honestly, I just feel like this. I see this a lot in the Dominican Republic. You see a lot, and you see this in Puerto Rico. You see a lot of Afro-Latino artists. They paint their nails, but at the end of the day, I didn't grow up in the islands. That's not my culture. I don't care if your nails are black. I don't care if your nails are pink. At the end of the day, I'm not painting my nails.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I'm gonna say that again. I don't care where you come from, because they do this in the Caribbean. Like if you see any a reggaeton artist, they paint their nails.
What?
So this is an agenda they're trying to push all around the world, and now they're trying to bring it in the black community. Lil Yachty cannot pull it off.
Drake Shaw,
Cardi cannot pull it off. Nobody's taking Lil Yachty serious. He has beads in his hair. At the end of the day, he looks like
I had to scratch my head on this one, y'all.
Taking him serious. Nobody's taking Playboy Cardi serious. But one person that they're gonna take serious, and this is why I have to make this video, they will take Drake serious. Because when you think about Drake, you think about sex. That's how the industry gives him that appearance.
He said when you think about Drake, you think about sex.
You think about sleeping with somebody's girl. So at the end of the day, when it comes to selling sex in the male community, Drake is very influential, and a lot of guys, they want to be around R&B singers just like Drake. So they couldn't push the agenda with the other people, so now they're like, we're going to force this agenda of men painting their nails in America, and we're going to come and bring this in the black community. Let me tell you guys something. No, they're not, because the same way we covered the Little Booty trial is the same way if Drake continues to keep painting his nails, I'm going to cover this as well, because this is not lit and this is not cool. First of all, Drake is not from America. He needs to keep that in Toronto. And I'm going to say this again. That agenda, Drake needs to keep that agenda in Toronto and do not bring this into our streets. He is using Savage 21. Savage 21 is finishing streets. Savage 21 is a rat. Everybody already knows what happened with him and Marlon White's situation. Everybody knows what happened with him and Lil Baby. Everybody already knows. Those guys are all rats. Those guys are all bi. Let me tell you guys something. Drake is now promoting a tour. This popped up on the Google homepage. You know it's real when it pops up on the Google homepage. So at the end of the day, everybody's like, oh, Drake is painting his nails before the tour. Let me tell you guys something. A lot of this men-on-men behavior, they're trying to force feed it to you.
Y'all pay attention, man. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, comment, turn on post notifications. Share this stuff, man.
As a man, you don't need to paint your nails at all. If you get a clear coat, listen, there's nothing wrong with freshening up. But I'm talking about when you actually start to add color, this is an agenda, and they want to make us look weak.
Nah, 21 Savage, man. Hold up. Is that G Herbo? Nah, man. Nah, that ain't G Herbo.
Dad is black and his mom is Jewish. Now, the reason I always felt like they will never make Drake push an agenda is because, see, I almost married a Jewish girl before, and there's a lot of stipulations, but the way it works and the way the culture works is if the mother is Jewish, technically the child is Jewish. So technically Drake is Jewish. Yes, Drake is Jewish. So I'm surprised they will even make Drake push an agenda, wear state property, and paint his nails. But I believe they're only doing that because Drake is black. Drake is still considered black in the eyes of the elite, and they want to humiliate us, and they want to humiliate our culture.
Man.
Growing up in the 90s,
He might got a point, y'all.
growing up in the early 2000s, men never painted their ears, never painted their nails yellow. So why in the year 2023 would you take somebody that has such a large influence upon the masses and make him wear a state property shirt like he's a part of the state? No, Drake never went to jail. So how can he wear a state property shirt? You know why? Because they want your kids to go to jail, and they want your kids to get straight harassed by grown men who will never see the light of day. Listen, to all young men, stay out of the streets. Because when you go to jail, you become state property. So for Drake to wear that shirt, it goes to show the agenda that they have for us. Let me tell you guys
That's
something.
crazy.
The elites from El Salvador all the way to Chicago, they can build their prisons. But guess what? If we don't commit crimes, we don't go to the prisons. And guess what? All these politicians from Brazil to El Salvador, they're all corrupt. So guess what? How about you let them do their own corruption? Let them lie on their taxes, and guess what? Let the politicians who push these agendas, and let the weak elites lock up the politicians that push these agendas towards. You gotta understand, I'm about to black out. Politicians, they really push agendas, but then rappers on a lower scale, what happens is they push agendas as well. Let me tell you guys something. They can build all the prisons they want. If we don't commit crimes, we don't have to go.
That's
When
true.
you commit crimes, you become a state property.
You definitely do.
Property. And when you go to jail and you start having relations with other men, guess what? You're going to get out and start painting your nails yellow. Let it breathe.